Check it. All right, what is up, apes and apeettes? I got another AMC ape and overall stock market video for you guys. I'm looking at the overall SPY, which is very volatile, pushing AMC to the downside. I do think we have some more pain in the short term, but I list all the reasons why I'm bullish on the long term, why you need to hold, why you need to have conviction, and you need to not allow people to shake your mindset and stay strong and diamond hand this thing to the end. Just imagine holding your shares for 2 years, selling, and then the next week or two, the thing runs up. This is an all or nothing play, zero or MOAS only, and that is why I have conviction. No one convinced me otherwise. I've done the TA, I've done the research, and here is some more DE and TA for you guys. So this is not financial advice. Let's go ahead and check out the charts, the fundamental data, and see what we have going on. We are back for another update for AMC APE in the overall stock market, S&P 500 SPY. So what I'm looking at for the S&P 500 is, if you look on the very smaller time frames, we close right above this overall macro descending downtrend of support and resistance. This is a very, very crucial level. So if we go ahead and look at the 2-hour time frame, you can see that we closed just barely above that line. And if we break through this line, you can better believe that we are going to be retesting these lower levels of 3,600 and 3,500, 3,400. We're going to be testing these lower ranges, especially this red area, $3,637 on the S&P 500. And I do think that if we see an overall capitulation, overall down move, it could allow AMC to squeeze, because it would cause a cascading effect of liquidations, margin calls, forcing them to cover their short positions, causing the AMC squeeze, just like it did in 2008 with the Volkswagen short squeeze. When we seen a big movement to the downside, on SPY, we had the Volkswagen squeeze, and this could be our squeeze for our generation. So it is looking extremely bullish in my scenario. It does look like AMC would be one of the ultimate market hedges, and you can also look at like things like SQQQ, which goes up when the SPY goes down. SQQQ is a great play to look at to hedge yourself against the market crash, as well as AMC, in my personal opinion. And also, I just want to say on a quick side note, I am going to start doing videos on how to do technical analysis, how to do trades, because I want to educate the apes to help you guys make more money and get the most out of the stock market. But let's continue on and see what we're looking at for the S&P 500. Like I was saying, we closed right above this macro descending downtrend. If we break through that, we are definitely going to see more downside. The current level that the line is at right now is at $3,900. So basically $4,000 even. 3,900 is a little bit closer. But if we break below 3,900, you probably will see more downside. And we had a lot of volatility today. It looked like the market wanted to push up and break out of this trend, give us another upside, retest this local high, but then we just got bad news and absolutely dumped to the downside and capitulated and went right down to the support, bounced off of it and got a little bit of a bounce. But this basically pulled AMC and the overall stock market down. As you guys can see, RSI is getting close to oversold on the 2-hour time frame, but it's still not oversold yet, so we could still have a lot more downside for the S&P 500. We also have a lot of bearish signals, like this sell signal on the 2-hour. We have a sell signal on the daily time frame. We also have bearish MACD, and RSI is not oversold on the overall daily time frame. The bigger movements, the bigger picture, and that is why I'm thinking we could see a lot more downside for the S&P 500, SPY, or S&P 500 slash SPY. So I am thinking that an overall market capitulation is coming. I do think that we are going to see lower lows in the market. I don't think we're going to be retesting higher highs anytime soon. These higher highs that at the top anytime soon. I think that we are going to see capitulation. We're going to see a crash. I think that AMC is an excellent market hedge. I think that the other meme stocks are as well, like GME, APE, and I also think another way you can make money off of the market crashing is SQQQ, which goes up when the SPY goes down. These are all things you can look at to prepare yourself for this move that I potentially think is coming. This is not financial advice. I'm just some guy on the internet. Don't trust me. Do your own research. So let's go ahead and look at the technical analysis for APE and AMC, and then look at the fundamental data, and then go ahead and wrap up the video. So basically for APE, what I'm looking at is we are now in what looks to be starting a new bull trend. So APE seems to be going to the upside and in a new uptrend. It's actually looking extremely bullish, as AMC is looking a little bit more bearish than APE. As you guys can see, we're kind of consolidating in this pennant type formation, but we have this steady uptrend that has been holding for the past couple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, this steady uptrend, and we got this nice bounce off of $1.60. I did say if we broke below $1.60, I would have to reevaluate my thesis on if this trend is going to end, this new downtrend that we had after the local high of $3.36, or if we're going to bounce up and retest this high of $3.36. And I think we are getting the bounce at $1.60. We're going to move up and retest the high at $2.50, $2, and then retest the high of $3.36 and move past that to $5. I do think APE is in a overall uptrend. It's pretty much the facts. If you guys can see, we have a higher high, and we have a higher low and a higher low. So as you guys can see, APE is in a very clear uptrend. Until the uptrend is broken, until we break down and make a lower low, which would be way down here at about $1 even. Let's see exactly what the price is. It's $1.20. So until we break $1.20, but below $1.20, APE is still extremely bullish. That is just a matter of facts of things. Until we break $1.20, APE is still extremely bullish in my personal opinion. Let's see if we have any buy signals on the super trend on the smaller time frames that we could use to see if we're going to get a move to the upside or a push up. And we're looking at the hourly time frame. It doesn't look like we have any buy signals. On the daily time frame, RSI is close to oversold. It's not oversold yet, so there could be potentially another leg down. Maybe we come down to the $1.20 range and then bounce off of it, but I really don't see APE going much lower than $1.20. I am extremely bullish on APE because of this uptrend. Until this uptrend is broken, this new local macro uptrend, until micro uptrend, until this is broken, I am still extremely bullish on APE. I think that we're going to get this, continue to get this bounce off $1.60, and I have predicted these last couple green days that we have had on AMC APE. So that is what I'm looking at on APE. Basically, you're holding gold in my personal opinion, because APE is the same thing as AMC, maybe even a little bit better because it's a preferred equity unit, and it can be converted to APE anytime we get or APE converted to AMC at any time we get the vote. You are literally buying APE at a discount, and even the hedge funds, the smart, aka smart money, are trying to play the arbitrage trade coming up with that vote. So they are going to try to shake you out, drop APE, bring it up, do different things to fake you out and make you sell and reevaluate your position. But if you just have conviction and you know what you know, buy and hold. Just imagine waiting for 2 years, a year, holding this whole time, and then selling your shares, and then the MOAS happens a week or two later. You have to get yourself in the mindset that this is all or nothing. You are either selling when this thing squeezes or this thing hits absolute zero, which really won't happen because stocks don't really go to zero unless they get delisted or something like that. But you could lose, 90% of your value. I mean, that is a realistic aspect of stocks. But I don't see that happening with AMC. The lowest it possibly could go to is about $3, $2 maybe. But you really just have to have the mindset that this is going to be all or nothing, and that way you can have conviction in your play and don't put too much money in that you can't afford to lose. Don't bet the house on this, and that is how you can be very comfortable with your position. I am sorry about that rant, but those are just some fun facts for the apes. So let's go ahead and look at AMC technical analysis and then do the fundamental data and wrap up the video. So AMC, guys, I know you don't want to hear this, but I think we still have one more down day left in this, okay? So RSI is getting close to oversold. We will be getting the bounce. I know that they like to bleed us out and drop it down day after day, a slow bleed out, and people trying to find the bottoms, and that's why we get this falling wedge type shape, because it's actually bullish, and we will get a breakout of the falling wedges, because falling wedges break down like this. They break out of the top and then boom, and then come to the upside. That is what I'm looking at on the smaller level. I do think we have one more down day to come to about maybe $4 even. But even if we go down to about $4 and let's see, about even $4 and like 80 cents, $4.90, it still would be bullish in the overall bigger picture, because AMC is in a overall uptrend. As you guys can see, there's a higher high, a higher high, and a higher high, a higher low, a higher low, and a higher low. Even if we came all the way down to $4.80, AMC is still bullish in my opinion. It is still looking extremely good, and we are still in an uptrend. That is just the facts of things. If we look at the Bollinger Bands on the bigger time frame, I love to talk about the Bollinger Bands because they are a very good indication for moves to come. And if you look at the Bollinger Bands on the bigger time frame, they are constricting, and that is an indication of a large move to the upside coming. As you guys can see, before this run up here, the Bollinger Bands constricted. We have this large movement to the upside. Now they were overextended because of that move, but they get constrict again. They get close together. Large movement to the upside. And as you guys can see now, they are constricting, and we are going to get that large movement to the upside. This overall uptrend to me is saying that hedge funds are losing control of the price. The technicals are at play because we have this overall descending downtrend of resistance that we broke out of. This is a 2-year downtrend that we broke out of, and we are now on a uptrend, and this uptrend will lead us to what will be called the MOAS. I am certain of that. I have conviction of that. There is no way that anyone can convince me otherwise, because I've done the research, I've done the TA, and I know what I know. I am not selling my position. I am buying more. AMC believer. That is just what it is. We have the green weekly MACD, which also correlates with large movement to the upside. If you guys look, green weekly MACD, large movement to the upside. Green weekly MACD, large movement to the upside. Green weekly MACD, large movement to the upside. And I always look at the bigger picture when I'm doing my technical analysis, because this is the bigger moves, the bigger time frame. This is what you guys really want to look at. You don't want to look at the smaller time frame and the smaller moves, because those are what can psych you out and psychologically damage your perception for what's really going on. When in doubt, zoom out. So guys, the technical analysis for AMC is looking extremely good. Like I said, bullish in the overall aspect of things, bearish maybe in the short term. We might come down to this $5 level, $4.80, but I am looking for the bounce around that range. You could probably pick up some shares because we're probably going to have a nice run up after that, but we are in the bearish short term phase. I'm trying to be very clear when I say this. In the short term, we are bearish, but in the long term, I'm extremely bullish. That means we're coming down to about $4.80, $5 in my personal opinion, getting a bounce off of that range, and then we can come back up and test these highs of $6 and $8. And I do think we will be breaking those highs of $6 and $8 in the near future. If we see any more downside, I'm looking at $5 even as support, $4.80 as support. As resistance, I'm looking at $6 and $6.50 as resistance above us. We do have a lot of bullish aspects on the bigger time frame, so these are all the bullish things that I'm looking at. We have the buy signal on the daily time frame. So if you look at the daily time frame on the super trend, we have the buy signal, which is extremely bullish. We have the green weekly MACD, which is extremely bullish, and we have the overall breakout of the 2-year downtrend, and we are now in the uptrend that will lead us to MOAS, and that is just my personal opinion. So this is what the charts and the facts are telling us. So this is extremely bullish in my personal opinion. AMC is also still on the threshold security list. GME was on the threshold security list for 13 days before it went to $500. So we could see AMC see a very large price movement come here in the future. FTDs are racking up. It is very, very clear that FTDs are racking up, and some people just say they can hide them and manipulate them, but it gets to a point where things reach a breaking point and things just go crazy. So remember what happened to GME when it was on the threshold security list for 39 days. It went to $500. $7, we could see a lot of price action for AMC. We also have the cost to borrow putting an extreme amount of pressure on the shorts. This is what they have to pay every day to start a new short position or yearly to hold their short positions. It costs apes absolutely nothing to hold long shares. And this is why I am bullish on AMC. We have over 100% cost to borrow. Ever since FTX crashed and they lost their liquidity for their FTX tokens, we've seen cost to borrow shoot up and never really come back down under 100%. And this is putting a lot of pressure on the shorts and making it even harder for them to hold. And this is one of the reasons why I think they are losing control of the price as well as the FTDs. We also have short interest at a 2-year all-time high. So for 2 years of me covering AMC stock, short interest has not been this high, and this is extremely bullish in my personal opinion. We have more FTDs than we had when we did the run up to 44 or 72. It says 44 on Weeble's chart and TradingView's chart, but it was at 72 before the split, but I don't want to argue about that. But before that run up, we had a ton of FTDs piling up, and now we have more FTDs. We have more threshold security list time. We have more cost to borrow and more short interest than this previous run. And that is why I truly believe the next giant run that we are going to see is going to break all-time highs. And even just from the technicals alone, so the technicals and the data are all saying this. If you look at the technicals, it's saying that we could easily break the all-time high because you take the pole from the falling wedge that we broke out of, and you guys can see it puts us right around all-time highs. And if you look at all the fundamental data, the short interest, the cost to borrow, the FTDs, the threshold security list, it's all much more data and much higher numbers than the last run up. And that is why I think all of these things combined together can push us to a new all-time high and past, and even allow the short squeeze MOAs to happen. And that is why I have conviction. That is why I do the data. And that is why I do the TA. Things are very clear once you open your eyes and look at all the facts, look at multiple data points, and then come to a critical conclusion, critically think to come to a decision. And that is what I'm doing with this particular trade. So AMC short interest is still extremely high, and plenty of short interest for a short squeeze. As of 2 minutes ago, they do have 1.4 million shares available to borrow. They always seem to magically get these shares available to borrow. No one knows where they really get them from. Utilization is maxed out, but they do seem to be getting these phantom shares, and that is where these FTDs come from, because they are using IOUs and fake shares. So I do expect a little bit more downside. They are going to try to push us down, but remember, apes, you have to hold strong. You have to have conviction. You have to know the TA, the DD, and know what you know, and never back down and diamond hand it. I know it sounds dumb, but that is just the matter of facts, because we do have an other side of this. We are against the hedge funds, and we have to hold our position. That is just the matter of fact. If you guys want to see your short squeeze, you gotta hold your positions. So if we can get above $6 to $7, there is a lot of call option gamma in the call options chain, which easily could push us up as well. And this is another thing that I always look at for how crazy things can get so fast, and that's why they try to short us down, because things can get crazy fast. We could easily push up above this golden zone of $8 to $12, get enough gamma, and then things could just run, and just this thing could just take off. So that's why they try to keep us below $6, below $5, below these regions, because things can get out of control super fast. And you have to realize that. You have to know about the manipulation and know the games that they are playing, and that way you can try to fight against it and psychologically prepare yourself. And that is why I drop these videos and these updates, to help the apes get prepared and have all the data possible. But guys, that was basically the video. Like I said, TA is bullish, short interest is bullish, cost to borrow is bullish, gamma in the options chain is bullish, FTDs are bullish, threshold security list is bullish, technicals are bullish, the 2-year downtrend breakout is bullish, the uptrend is bullish. So in the short term, we might see more pain, but I am looking for more upside in the long term, and that is just the facts of the matter of things. So guys, hopefully you found this video informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. Check out my Discord and Twitter link below. They're absolutely free. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and you can check out my Discord and Twitter. They're absolutely free. I drop stock picks there, updates on AMC, and everything else. Check that out if you like. And remember guys, this is not financial advice. I am just some guy on the internet. Don't trust me. Do your own research. Do your own TA. Do your own DD. But if you like, you can tune in here and check out what I have for you. So guys, as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.